Thomas Games. You piece of shit.
Thomas!
Hello, everybody!
Hello, everybody!
Ah!
I am so excited because if you saw the beginning of this video and the thumbnail...
Hold it! Why are you so excited, Mr. McCarthy?
Because we're playing one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh, Objection Ace Attorney. I love that game.
You do?
No, I'm all... Sort of. I mean, the hard part's reading. I'm not a very good reader, as you all know. I suck at it.
Tommy, how about you explain that? I've always kind of just wondered that.
Oh, just difficult time learning how to read. I know how to read, but it takes me forever to read something.
Alright, that's fine. There's some people who don't know how to walk super well. They never figured it out. There's some people... That's fine, Tommy. Know what that just means?
What?
I get to voice everything, which is something I do all the time anyway.
He likes doing that.
I do like doing that, which means I'm actually going to be so afraid of this at the moment because
The first time you'll ever hear your voice pre-recorded.
I am currently playing the fan translation of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. That's how much I've played the series.
Oh boy.
I've written a book about how much I love this series. Well, 1/20th of a book.
Hey, wait, you have all the cases on your desk, and didn't you say you made a custom one for the one that didn't get ported over?
A custom one? What?
Remember you were showing me?
That's what
the
game I was just talking about.
Oh.
Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Path, or as is known in Japan, Gyakuten Kenji. But in the meantime, here's the thing, before we start. The way Ace Attorney games are going to work, we're actually going to try aiming to get a full playthrough of this entire game. This game is technically not long, like at all. Not super, super long, but it is lengthy. It's still a visual novel, which are one of my favorite game genres of all time. Seriously, I hear people complain about story not being in games. Well, play a visual novel. These games are built for story first. The best stories have always been, for me, visual novels. In my opinion, and because half of this is my show, that means I'm instantly right.
You know what? I just blinked out on all of that. Could you repeat? You know what? I'll just watch this episode.
The way Phoenix Wright's going to work is courtroom scenes. Those episodes continue until a to be continued shows up. In which case, at that point, the episode is done.
Okay.
All over. Meanwhile, investigations, when investigations happen, they're going to be regular episodes. So 10 to 15, maybe a bit more length stuff, depending on what we find out in the case.
Sounds like a plan.
Makes like that? All right. But in the meantime, let's start this up on the first...
I still didn't understand anything.
You don't?
No,
well,
nothing.
In the meantime, Tommy,
nothing. Yeah?
You are going to become an Ace Attorney fan by the end of this.
Dude, I don't really hate the game.
Something...
I don't like this part.
You don't?
No.
Oh, no! That's not what I was thinking. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this.
So I'm guessing he killed her by accident.
I've got to find somebody to pin this on. Someone like him.
Typical.
I'll make it look like he did it. So, first cases of Ace Attorney, every game, they always show you who the killer is in the first case, because it's the easy one. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Judging by the way he said that, and judging by how it happened, I'm assuming he didn't intentionally kill her.
In a way, it seems like that. But first, alright, Phoenix Wright voice.
Yes.
Get in my throat. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Also, my lady voices don't count because I'm not a lady. Unless it's old bag, but you'll see what I talk about there. Hiya, Chief. Whew. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew to defend it before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life! Everything! It's all over! Isn't that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death! Despair! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! Sounds like he wants to die.
Why are you smiling? Look at that!
Hey there, Larry. I love Larry.
Hold it! I want you to zoom in on his eyes. Take that! That animation, you can tell that's all hand-drawn frame by frame. That is f***ing awesome.
I know. Ace Attorney is up to par on that. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What?
I feel so bad for the guy.
What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you can't tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. I know!
Wait, is this the very first one?
Yes, this is the first case of the first game and the first.
Here's my story. Well, I don't.
Here's my story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Simple! Death is simple, Tommy! A young woman was killed in their apartment. The guy they arrested was an unlucky sap dating her. Oh, spoiler alert, Tommy. Every case is a murder. Every case is a murder! Larry Butz, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, if something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 20 years I've known him, that's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault, just his terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. And I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. Quick shout-outs, I would always love to do, like, a fan dub of this. Just to throw it out there. I don't know. Just see all my voices. I have a voice for every character.
That's true.
Every character.
That's true.
Yes, even that guy.
Let's hear the judge's voice.
The court is now in session. Alright, here's the judge. Alright. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz, or the court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz. Which one do you like better?
The deeper one.
Alright, I kind of went into that too. There's a reason why I dropped that old one, because it sounds like another character that I really want to voice. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor.
So hold on, before we continue, is this the game that was originally on the Game Boy Advance?
Yes. This is the first game.
Looks pretty good.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, yes, this is actually that's also the Game Boy sprites. It just later got ported. The series got ported to the DS, and that's what America got. And this is just a Wii port. Just that's it.
Did they update the graphics or anything? It's just
No, they did for the 3DS, like remaster. Though to be fair, I prefer the low quality sprites because the animation is a teensy bit better. It has a little more frames per second. The art looks good in the remasters, but this one, the animation is better. And
you didn't have to get all nerdgasmic over it.
No, I'm not nerdgasmic. It's just
you want to check your pants there just to make sure you're not wet.
Oh my! To defend the prosecution and defense. I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. I really didn't like that monologue. Hand shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Tommy has technically played a bit of the first case, so we kind of already know some of this stuff.
The damn microphone of yours.
That's not what I was talking about. Well, anyway, what's the name of the defendant? Tell me. What?
Hold on. The name of the defendant is... Oh, Larry Butz.
It certainly smells. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Phew. I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. No, way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here! Phoenix! Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? No, the victim. Of course
Hold on! She looks so fucking constipated right now. I'm gonna drop a deuce!
That's not courtroom conduct, Mia. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the plus button to check at any time, okay? What's a plus button? Just shut up and do it! Remember to check it off and do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Let's hear your answer. Who was the victim of this case?
Mia Fey, Cinderblock, Cindy Stone,
Cindy
Tommy.
Stone.
Cindy Stone! I get the pun! The victim's name is Cindy Stone. You may notice there's some very funky puns going on here.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
Poisoned, hit with a blunt object, strangled.
If a blunt object.
Yeah, we technically saw that.
The Thinker.
The Thinker.
Upside down with the head bloody.
I think it was. She was struck once by
That
blunt
was
object.
horrible.
I know.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. I'm going to put an echo on those blue lines. So the blue lines means he's thinking. That's their thoughts.
No, Sherlock.
Okie dokie.
Oh, well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pain.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue. First rule of Phoenix Wright. Tommy, check the court record.
Check court record.
Time of death was 7:31, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m.
7:31, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma.
Okay.
That must have been a hard hit. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Let's check profiles. Mia Fey, Chief Attorney at Met Fey & Co. My boss and a very good defense attorney. Here's some nerd cred. She has busty glory.
What does that mean?
That's a meme.
Wait. When they say busty, are we talking sexual appeal?
Talk about boobs. Have you not noticed that about Mia? Well,
I didn't want to point it out, damn it.
A defendant in this case, a likable guy who was my friend in high school. Cindy Stone, the victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. And Winston Payne, prosecutor for this case, lacks presence. Generally bad at getting points across. Alright, so that's everything, at least for now. Right? Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. I did, Mia. I'm so better at this than you. Blah, blah. Check the court record. I don't need to read this stuff. Alright, here we go.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
I have a cup of water because I'm talking constantly.
The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butz to the stand.
But water is provided by good old Tommy here. Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready.
It came from the tap.
Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Give me one of these.
You like those?
Yeah, they're good.
You can have the rest.
They're kind of chewy.
Wait, I have Charleston Chews on the side.
Mr. Butz, is it not true the victim had recently dumped you?
Yeah, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls.
or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butz, what you described is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Man, that is a fast plane.
Life in the fast
Indeed.
lane.
Alright, let's check that passport. Passport. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. That's good news. That's some good design.
Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Wait and see what happens. Stop him from answering.
Stop him from answering.
That's a good choice, Tommy. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
Wins? Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
I wonder how many people can hear me upstairs.
Well, yeah, my dad wants to go to bed and get some soup, so let's keep it down.
Okay.
Let's continue with the trial,
If you want, I
shall
can
we?
bring the mic closer.
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Closer to my...
Will you stop doing that? I can't hear you when you do that.
You'll
Oh,
find
boy.
out eventually.
Oh, boy. This
You
is-
are the video editor.
I
after
am.
all.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't.
What the
No, he went. What do I do?
Make him answer truthfully.
Okay. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
Yeah, I was there, I went.
Order! Well, Mr. Butz?
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butz is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
That's not good.
Nah.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, eyewitness was selling newspapers at the victim's building.
Oh my god.
Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
What is that? Check out photos. No.
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper prescriptions, is that correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes.
Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Hello? Okay.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry, because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 o'clock p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
I'm trying to put a little Asianness to him because he's got that thing on his head.
Larry,
Why didn't it's recording? I'm checking.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking at the graphic difference between big screen and small screen.
It's pretty, which say. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against testimony like that. Hey, Tommy, according to the timer, reached our first 20-minute episode.
Hey!
Celebration, confetti. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone on the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your per usual. I don't know that
Per
word.
usual.
Per usual, I guess.
It means like for your convenience, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, I'm sorry. Freaking grammar Nazis. Or
Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the
Oh,
crime.
but what, noon to 6 p.m.?
Did you notice something funny, Tommy?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right, Wright. This is it. The
Just
real deal.
Pick that
What exactly am I supposed to do? Why you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave? Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. Ooh. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. So remember, press the witness with the minus button or by waving the Wii remote. That doesn't work, Mia. I tried it. Then check your facts again with the plus button and point out the contradiction. Tommy, did you notice a contradiction already?
Yeah,
You did?
2 of them.
Quick, tell me where it was.
We'll find out.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment.
Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him.
I don't know. He just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime.
The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture.
What does that mean?
Just
rephrase
from,
it.
I guess, gossip.
Of course.
Basically, the witness only says what they say, not really what they think.
Of course. The witness means what the witness means is the man he saw looked suspicious. So what happened next?
If you find this voice annoying, just know I'm copying the objection voice.
I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him.
Half open, you say?
Yes. The door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd. In a big city like this, I thought. I see. What happened next? Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment.
Hold it.
What gave you the idea to do that?
Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside.
Why did Payne cut him off so quickly? Because he's Payne, that's why.
So you looked in the apartment. What happened then? And then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving. Dead.
Hold it!
Are you sure she was dead?
Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere.
I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well. What happened next?
I quailed and frightened, found myself unable to go inside.
So, you didn't touch anything in the apartment?
Yes. I mean, no, nothing.
Okay, what happened next?
I thought to call the police immediately.
You thought to call the police? Does that mean you didn't actually call them?
Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next? However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
phone in their apartment. Was it working?
Yes. I mean, no, it wasn't right.
But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you?
No. Oh, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entryway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
Hold on. Oh my god.
Poor man.
Hey, I used to do this without that water.
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone.
What was that?
Why use a public phone?
Is it one?
Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone, and being the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments.
Ah, right. What time did you call again?
I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m.
Yeah?
Alright, go to the evidence.
Let's present. Swing the remote like you're processing evidence. Just do that. You can all... Alright, Tommy.
Go to the,
Autopsy report?
Yeah! Okay.
Ready?
Yay.
Objection!
Objection!
I pointed. Alright, finally worked. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. That music is beautiful, isn't it? There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Certainly has nothing to do with a tape or TV.
Oh, that, this is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and the whole story falls apart.
Oh?
Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
Witness testimony. The time of discovery.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, it was probably 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. I'll be sorry about the misunderstanding.
Jeez, you gotta think things over before you tell a lie.
I know. That makes the best type of lies.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time and a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one.
Power outage. Proof you're dead.
Do you know the contradiction, Tommy?
Yes,
You
sir.
do?
Yeah, I do, Rod. I really do.
Find it. Here you go.
Thanks. Do your voice, please?
Well, you see, when I found the body, I heard the time.
There you go. Okay. You said heard, not saw?
Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think I'd look at anything else, least of all my watch.
Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something. But if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all.
The witness did say he actually heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything.
I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony.
There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
Alright, how do you check the thingamajigs?
Plus
button?
Plus button. Now you find the statement that has the black.
Objection!
Remember, you swing it.
Oh.
Also, that's also good. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said that there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
You had a day to get over it, dude.
Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Witness testimony. Hearing the time.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. It must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Hey, Tommy, look at the time. 30 minutes. We're a TV show length now. More confetti.
Right?
Gladly.
Alright, so I gotta think. What else do we know?
Let's see. Huh. Yeah, the music's also picking up. We gotta find a thing.
Actually, I didn't hear it. I saw it.
That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake.
Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock.
A table clock?
The table clock, huh?
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there?
A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene?
This is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used to hit the victim.
The murder weapon?
Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I said. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something?
Something's
boy.
fishy here.
The
Hold
murder
on.
weapon
A
was-
table clock?
Hold it!
Wasn't this the weapon?
Yeah. Can I do it? Can I do it? Please?
Hold on, we have to find the statement. That's most what I saw. Yeah, the murder weapon. I think it's this one. No. Alright. Tommy, you ready?
Yeah.
Point at the screen.
Objection! Yahoo!
Music stopped. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Yes!
Woo!
We got pressing pursuit.
You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That was a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. It just, as it doesn't look like a clock, as admitted as a statue. My apologies.
Huh?
Huh?
Can you...
So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness' testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, it's because you have to prove it's a clock.
Yeah.
Tilt it and see if it says the
Well,
time.
it is a clock. But here's the thing. How'd he know it was a clock?
Yeah.
Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Oh.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went to the apartment, knew the victim.
Went to the apartment.
You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder!
Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there!
Just said the
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and then the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
An order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandably, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim, that voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face!
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
I never. Look, the clock. I heard. No, I mean, Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you! I saw him! He killed her, and he should burn! And burn! Give him death!
Order! Order in the court, I say!
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright!
Your Honor?
You claim the sound of the witness heard came from the clock. Moment, please. Oh, yes. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. Better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sawat heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear when you simply examine the clock's batteries. Ask the neighbors. Try sounding the clock.
Try sounding the clock.
Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully.
I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
Yuck! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the description, forget it, between Mr. Sawat heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawat, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing!
Uh-oh. What's he talking about?
While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing! How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case!
That's right! How am I supposed to prove that? Damn it! I was so close!
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawat.
I come all the way down to testify, and look what happens! They treat me like a criminal! Criminal! You lawyers are all slime!
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawat!
Whoa! Huh?
Man, I mean, Chief, Tommy, what are we gonna do? Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you still can't win. Try thinking out of the box. Kill the words to live by. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think it through. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have
Might have said 3 hours slow.
What?
What if he purposely said
She. Or she. Remember, this also belonged to her.
Oh,
Was there a reason?
yeah.
Would there be a reason why she would have it slow? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Let's look at our evidence. Let's see. Attorney's bed. That's not nothing. Cindy's autopsy report. I don't think that has anything. Statue. Passport. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. And the blackout report, well, it's battery powered, so it won't be affected. Do you see anything? Huh, Tommy.
What about the passport?
The passport.
Hold it.
Huh. Do you think it might be the passport? Do you think we have a thing?
I think so. Let's try it.
Let's do yes. We'd say no anyway. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. It's like there's two doofuses thinking for me. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Passport.
Tommy, you do the honors. Take that!
Take that.
I think we got it! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. there, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her... That's why the time when you heard her... That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong! Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Burn! Wow, he didn't take that. He disappeared!
Order! Order, I say!
Hey, Tommy. 40 minutes. Confetti.
Every 10 minutes?
I don't know.
Shoot
Well.
a confetti at Brent.
Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz.
Not guilty. Yeah! now we
Confetti!
do
The
confetti.
game did it for me!
And with that, the court is adjourned.
Oh boy! It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Oh my! This is the worst kind of day. August 3rd. That case took 2 hours? Or longer. Okay. Phew. I still can't believe he won. Right! Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial, and it's such a satisfying note. It's almost like it was a tutorial level. I've never seen the chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, I imagine if she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Nick, don't worry about me. I'll be dead. I'll be dead. Gone soon. Dead and gone soon. Wait, good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Larry, you're innocent. This case is closed. But my insinuation's gone, man. Gone forever.
No.
Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Ooh, let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Let's go watch Avengers 2. And on the second thought, never mind. Let's go watch Citizen Kane. Never mind.
Just read the damn thing!
Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You really made this?
Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was totally into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? What is this evidence she's talking about? What proves that? You don't know? Can't be this. Can't be this. This is the only evidence we didn't present. Wait a second. Didn't she hold on to that?
Sure she did.
Tommy, dang it! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? Where'd you get that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. I hope that made him feel a little better. This game does that every time. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go what you believe in. Never. Mia, did you just say that to me right now? No. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? Hey, no, I called that, miss. We'll drink to a toast to innocent Butz. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Oop. Yeah, hold a moment. Yeah, a part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Aren't we doing that right now, boss? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident, and my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. What? The end?
Oh, boy.
What's Wright talking about, Tommy?
I guess, yeah.
Well, in the meantime, that was the first turnabout.
Oh, that reminds me of a joke.
What?
Why is there a Pokemon called Why Not?
Why not?
Why not?
Exactly. Well, folks, we hope you enjoy this really long episode. But that's the way Phoenix Wright's going to working. I hope we have a full playthrough, and I hope Tommy here enjoys it. We will be seeing you next time. Tommy, what'd you think?
Thumbs up.
This game is the Butz!